on all viewers. We are now going to show you on how to assemble a CPU. First of all, you must discharge yourself from ESD so the component will not be damaged. If you do not have a anti-static strap, you can just touch the metal part of the unit like this. I don't have my cameraman, so I'm going to hold my own. The tools that we're gonna use in assembling a CPU are screws, negative screws or Phillips or flat screwdriver, and positive slotted screws or Phillips screwdriver. Remember not to use a magnetic screwdriver like this one because it can damage the components or the parts of the. This is the motherboard. This is the main circuit board inside the CPU. It is where the RAM, the processor, and the cards are or relies. Before you start in holding the components or the parts of the CPU, you must not you must remove all of your jewelries because jewelries are good conductors of electricity. You might be electrocuted. The yellow chip in the motherboard is called the North Bridge chip, and the three white slots are the expansion slot. This is the heatsink. We cannot remove because we cannot remove it. This is the RAM slot. This is the back panel ports, and this is the place. This is the place or the part of the motherboard that you will place the CMOS battery. This is the power supply. It is used to supply power to the motherboard and all parts of the CPU. This is what you call a 20-pin Molex used to give power to the motherboard. This is a 4-pin Molex that can be connected to the 20-pin Molex, so we can have a 24-pin Molex that can also power the motherboard. These are the 4-pin Molex used to give power to the optical drives and hard disk. This is the 4-pin Berg Molex or the 12-volt Berg Molex used to give power to the floppy drive. This is a IDE cable that is connected to the optical disc and hard disk through the motherboard. You can see that there are two connectors that is color gray and black, and the one connector that is color blue. In connecting it to the motherboard, you must find the slot that is the same as the color in this connector, like this one. Thank you. This is the RAM memory or the random access memory. This is a LAN card, so you can have a fast Ether link. This is a sound card that is used to give sound even though there is no speaker on your computer. This is the CMOS battery. CMOS stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor. It is the battery that keeps the clock running even though the computer is in off mode or not in use. This is the heatsink fan. This is used to reduce heat from the processor. Is the hard disk. This is the floppy drive, and this is the optical drive. This is the RAM memory that is being connected to the RAM slot. In connecting the RAM memory, just touch the RAM memory at the edge so the component will not be discharged. This is the RAM slot. We must open the notches, then push the RAM memory. Then push it hard. Stop when you hear a clicking. This is the CMOS battery. This will be placed in this part of the motherboard. It will determine the time and date for your computer. By the way, this is the ROM BIOS. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System. We're now going to connect the modem to the expansion slot. In connecting the expansion slot, you must push it hard and align it. Then you will hear a clicking sound. Then get your screwdriver and you will see a hole here that you have to screw the expansion cards so it will not be moved. The sound card that gives sounds even though your computer has no speaker. The same with the modem. We will connect this expansion card to the expansion slots. Push hard and get the screw to make it compact. Now going to connect the heatsink fan that will reduce the heat to the processor. Now going to connect the power supply that supplies the power to the motherboard. Is the auxiliary fan that will get the heat from the CPU going outside the CPU. We are now going to connect the IDE cable to the optical and hard disk drive. Since we don't have an FDD cable, we will not connect it. We're now going to connect the connectors of the power supply. First, we will connect the 20-pin molex to the motherboard. Then the 4-pin molex that gives power to the motherboard board also. This is the 4-pin Berg molex connector that is connected to the floppy disk drive. The 4-pin connector that is used to give power to the hard disk and optical drives. After you have been connected the power supply connectors, you must keep your tools in the toolkit and you must close the computer using the front panel cover. Since this is a non-working computer, we will not try it anymore.